Once upon a time, in a small, peaceful town nestled between rolling hills, there lived a young boy named Ethan. Ethan was a bright and curious child, but he often struggled with self-doubt and lacked self-respect. He felt like he didn't quite fit in, and his low self-esteem made it hard for him to make friends or believe in his abilities. One sunny morning, as Ethan walked to school, he noticed a new teacher had arrived at his school. Her name was Miss Anderson, and she had a kind and gentle demeanor that immediately put the students at ease. Miss Anderson was not like any other teacher Ethan had met before. She seemed to have a special way of understanding her students' deepest feelings and needs. On the first day of school, Miss Anderson asked each student to choose a small plant from a collection she had brought with her. Ethan picked a tiny, struggling sapling. It looked frail and delicate, just like he felt inside. Miss Anderson then instructed the class to take care of their plants, water them, and nurture them until they grew strong. Weeks went by, and Ethan diligently cared for his plant. He watered it, ensured it received enough sunlight, and even talked to it. Over time, the sapling began to grow. Its once frail stem grew sturdier, and its leaves became vibrant green. One day, Miss Anderson called Ethan to her desk and said, "Ethan, do you notice how your plant has grown? Just like your plant, you have the power to nurture and grow your own self-worth. The love and care you've given your plant, you can also give to yourself." Quote, "Remember, your worth isn't measured by what others think of you. It's cultivated by how you treat yourself. Be your own greatest advocate, and you'll grow into the person you were meant to be." End of quote. Ethan looked puzzled but intrigued. He asked, "But how, Miss Anderson?" Miss Anderson smiled warmly and replied, "Ethan, every time you doubt yourself or think you're not good enough, remember your plant. Just like it needed water and sunlight to thrive, you need self-love and positive thoughts. Treat yourself with kindness, just as you would your plant." Ethan took Miss Anderson's words to heart. He began to replace self-criticism with self-compassion. He started to believe in himself a little more each day. As he did, he noticed changes not just within himself, but also in the way others perceived him. One day, a classmate named Lily approached Ethan. She had observed his transformation and said, "Ethan, I've noticed how much you've changed. You seem happier and more confident. Can you teach me how to do that?" Ethan was delighted to help Lily. He explained how Miss Anderson's simple plant analogy had transformed his life. Lily, too, began to nurture her self-worth, and her confidence grew. As time passed, the entire class started to blossom, just like their plants. Miss Anderson's wisdom had planted the seeds of self-worth, and they had all learned to water them with self-respect and kindness. They began to understand that they were unique and special just as they were. Ethan's journey from self-doubt to self-respect became an inspiration to all. The power of nurturing one's own self-worth was a lesson they would carry with them throughout their lives, thanks to their extraordinary teacher, Miss Anderson. And so, in that small, peaceful town, the story of Ethan and his sapling served as a reminder that self-worth and self-respect were not only important lessons, but the key to unlocking one's full potential and living a happy, fulfilling life. Quote, "Just as a sapling needs care and nourishment to grow into a mighty tree, so too does our self-worth require self-love and kindness to flourish." End of quote.